Aloha, YouTube. How is everyone today? My name is David Yansen. Welcome to my channel. Today is September 12th, 2020. It is Saturday, and the U.S. stock market is closed, but I did a video based on request, a miniature review of the public investing app, and I set up the account and everything like that. In the previous video, there were some pauses and breaks in there because I was entering personal information, your social security, your address, banking information, all that type of stuff. So I wanted to kind of look through the app a little bit more and show you a couple things that I didn't talk about in the previous video, just because that one ended up being 18 minutes. So if we go over here, oh, that's not the one. If we go up here to, we click inside here, and like I said in the previous video, it has you put in a profile picture. So I went to the beach like 2-3 weeks ago. I live on the island of Oahu. So I just threw that profile picture inside there. But if you go into settings, it does give you frequently asked questions, contact support, community guidelines, and I haven't read through the community guidelines. But through the user agreements that I read, it was pretty standard about everything. They're telling you that they're not giving you investment advice, finance advice, stuff like that. Same thing like, my disclaimer, like I say in my videos, you should do your own research, because I'm not a financial advisor, an accountant, or an economist, so I don't really know how the economy is going to do. But some other things here that I didn't show in that previous video real quickly is account history. So you can see if you have any orders inside here, dividends, interest, also your account statements, which I won't have any because I just opened this like 10 minutes ago, and the account is still up for approval, which could still take 2 to 3 business days. So your tax documents from any gains, when you sell and you make any gains, trade confirmations, linked bank accounts still waiting to be verified, and then if you withdraw funds, how much you're depositing of your funds. Let's see if it shows. Okay, yeah, so it's not going to show it yet because yeah, so it's just taking me to the, and this is how it has, it's the same thing as a lot of the other apps nowadays. The Plaid is where you just click here and then you enter in, whatever bank it is that you want to set up inside there. So, and I have certain banks that I use for certain brokerages. I have one main bank, and then I deposit money into certain accounts at certain times to do my investments and stuff like that. So, and then you can update your account here, which that will probably show you my email and phone number and address, so I'm not going to click on that. Dividend reinvestment, you can set up a strategy here for dividend reinvestment. Some companies pay out dividends when you invest in them. With public, you have the option to either keep those dividends in your account balance or automatically reinvest them into the same company for free. So with Robinhood, I have the drip on, the dividend reinvestment. With M1 Finance, I don't have auto invest on. I just take the dividends and I put them into the next holding that I plan on buying based on my regular schedule. The reason why I have it like that with my Robinhood account is because I don't really contribute a lot to my Robinhood account, and I only have 4 holdings in there that pay dividends, including the free stock that I got when I signed up for Robinhood. With M1 Finance, all but one of my holdings is our dividend paying companies. So every quarter, every month, I'm getting paid. So, and I'm putting a regular payment schedule every single week into M1 Finance. So I will just take that dividend that I get and I will reinvest that into the next company that I plan on buying for that week. So, and I have videos on the weekly buys that I do. I did do a lot of trades with Robinhood over the last 2-3 weeks just because the stock market was volatile. As you know, last week was volatile. The S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow, the majority of the days last week, and for the last 2 weeks, kind of ended up in the red. So I did do a lot of buying and selling in my Robinhood. this last week, and then my M1 Finance, I just did my regular buy. So you can check those videos out if you want. So right now it is checked on save my dividends, keep your dividends in your public account balance. I'm going to keep it like that right now because the free slice that I got when I signed up, that I chose, and public, I do like that they are focusing on fractional shares and that they are focusing on new time investors. So as soon as you get your account set up, you put in your phone number, you verify it and stuff like that, you know, a couple clicks later it's saying choose your slice. And Google was one of them, JP Morgan was one of them, Disney was one of them, like I showed in the previous video. And I chose Google because I don't actually have a position in them right now. So they gave me $5 into that, and they told me as soon as the account is approved, then that $5 of Google will appear into my account. So Google doesn't pay a dividend, so I don't see any reason to do dividend reinvestment with it. So notification settings, don't want to miss a thing, social notifications, major market events, and more. Only important stuff or the bare minimum. I'll just leave it like that because I kind of want to see what the app has to offer. Oh, it has advanced settings here. Let's see what the advanced settings are. Comments on post, on trade notifications. So it automatically turns on all these things for you. And you can turn them off if you, depending on which ones you want to see. If you don't want to just get bombarded with stuff that's really not, that you don't need, like, you know, when the market opens, you know, when the market closes, you can just turn those off, you know. But I do like the added, like they're really trying to get you totally invested in this, because if you have other brokerages, they you know, they're not giving you notification that the market is opened or closed. That is kind of nice for me because I am in Hawaii. Now I know that the Hawaii Standard Time, the market opens at 3:30 in the morning. But if you're trading, like I have some friends that live in other U.S. territories that are trading, it could be the day, they're a day ahead because they're ahead on the time zone, so ahead of the timeline. So to be able to keep track of what day it is, that's kind of a nice feature if you're someplace else where you're actually off by days. Not days, but off by a day or off by like 8 or 9 hours or 12 hours or so. So setting notification. Okay, we just looked at that. Security settings, biometric authentication. I'll click that on. There we go. So that way I don't have to type in my login information every single time. And so that's kind of just what I wanted to show for this video. Once the account is approved and up and going, maybe Wednesday or Thursday of next week, I'll do a video, show you that I have that slice, and maybe I'll put another $5 into it, $10 into it, just to see how the app works as far as trades are concerned. So thanks for checking out the video. Subscribe. Have a great weekend, everyone. Mahalo and aloha, everybody.